baby is wet. Welcome back to my channel, guys. It is cold out here. Actually, it's not that cold, but it's cold. Today's video, we're gonna put in the race car back to daily mode. The reason I'm putting the STI on daily mode, it's because my Crosstrek is gonna be down for maybe a couple days or weeks, months, I don't know. I have a transmission for the Crosstrek coming in today, and I need to change that transmission for the Crosstrek. The transmission is not what is bad on the Crosstrek, it's actually the front differential is making a lot of noise, and there's no real fix for the internals of it, so I bought a whole transmission that includes the differential, of course, and I need to do that so the car can actually drive. The car does drive, but I don't go too far just in case if it actually breaks down. But it makes noise when you drive it. It makes like a little noise. But that's for another video, and I'll show you guys what the noise is, and then I'll do the installation or the swap, whatever. So the plan for the STI is going to be switch the tires. These are like the daily tires because those are my good tires that I use for the track, or I'm going to be using for the track for this coming year. And these are the Federal, and with my Motegi wheels, they're not as wide as those look better. So I'm going to be switching those tires. I got to check one of my brake lines out, just to make sure that it's nice and tight, because there's like a little tiny leakage. Splitter's going to come off. Racing seat is going to come off, and I'm going to be putting back the stock seat because it's cold as hell. I want to have warmer seats. So racing seat is going to be coming off. I'm not entirely sure if I'm going to be taking off the harness bar or the harnesses, but yeah, it's not too much that I'm going to be doing. Splitter, I might take the diffuser, and I'm taking the diffuser out just because I'm planning to do something in the future pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Alright, let's jack up the car and let's get these wheels changed first, and then we go for the seat and then diffuser, all that stuff, and that's pretty much it. Oh yeah, I do need to change my brake pads. I got race brake pads, so I have to look into my little box and see if I can change, put my stock pads back on because they make too much noise. Okay, so I got the car up in jack stands, I got the wheels off, and I was double checking my brake lines because I wanted to make sure, because I was seeing a little droplets in my wheel of my passenger side in the front, and I was thinking maybe one of the lines is not tight enough. I cleaned everything. Well, actually, I looked at everything first and didn't look like it was wet. Cleaned up everything. I hit the brake pedal as hard as I could many times to see if it drips out. I didn't see nothing. Nothing got extra wet. I keep looking, make sure that everything is tight. Everything was tight. And then I just look up a little bit into the coilover. And coilover is, I wouldn't say it's toast, but the coilover is actually the one that is leaking. You see the coilover is actually all wet here and like dirty and nasty, and then I put my finger like that and it was all like oily. I was touching it a lot, but now if you go up a little higher and look at the boot, I don't know if you probably can't see it, but if I push the boot up, you can actually see like clean oil underneath the boot, so I'm pretty sure it's leaking from the top, and also the bottom has like a little bit of dirt and all that stuff. But this is really wet right here. Boot is leaking, and if I go to the other side, the other side is nice and dry, right? Perfectly dry. So it's not the brake lines, it's my coilover. So now I have to fix the coils, I guess, and that kind of sucks. I really wasn't expecting it to be the coil. I thought that maybe I didn't tighten that line up pretty good, but I guess it's a coil now, so that kind of sucks. I'm pretty sure that maybe the times I went off, flying off the track, maybe I blew the coil, maybe a nice good hit on the highway, I don't know, but that is one thing that I wasn't expecting it to be, so that's kind of like a setback. So I need to get that coilover fixed. It still drives fine, but I was actually hearing like a little tap sometimes, once in a while, depending on the, like a crack on the road. And I think I was like listening to a noise. I'm like, man, maybe the coil was loose or something like that. But I checked everything was tight. That maybe that is the reason why I was hearing that little, it felt like a little tapping noise. It felt like the bolt on top of the coil was not tight. So all right, so I guess it's contact Fortune Auto and see how much they charge me to rebuild one coil. If one coil, depends, maybe I'll rebuild all the coils, but maybe I upgrade. But I don't have the money and time to upgrade, so I guess rebuild will be the way to go, unless I can do it myself, but I don't know, maybe. But let's see what's gonna happen in the future. I gotta call, make some research, do everything, see what I can do for that coil. So now that is now that we know what's going on here, I am going to put the my other wheels back on, my daily wheels on, and yeah, and sure, take the splitter off, all that stuff, and then go to, actually, well, I always forget, I gotta do the brakes, of course. I do have to say, I don't know if I've said this before, but doing brakes for Brembos is the easiest thing you can ever do. All you gotta do is tap these little two little punch things, and then pretty much slide the brake out, and then kind of, you can use your fingers to kind of compress the pistons, or use a screw or a flathead screwdriver to do that. So that's pretty easy. So let's get that.
A few moments later.
Okay, all the brake pads have been changed, and while I was doing that, look what we have here. It is a full 2013 Crosstrek CVT with I forgot, 80,000 miles. So that's going to be happening in my channel pretty soon, because I have to fix the Crosstrek. I still have to buy I'm gonna buy 2 new axles for the front, because I've changed the axles before and they're crap. I'm gonna have to buy only Subaru axles for the Crosstrek, and then don't buy cheap axles, they're crap, don't do it. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with the car, but I did not take the splitter off. And reason I didn't take the splitter off is because I really don't want to drive like the car like ugly with no splitter. I mean, it looks more badass this way. I just run the risk of messing it up, that it's not on the track. It's just like as daily driving. I'm a little afraid of Virginia drivers. They drive horribly, sorry guys, but a lot of Virginia drivers crash here for apparently no reason, because it rains. Probably it's like ice for them or some crap like that. But I'm gonna keeping the splitter for now, and the rear diffuser, I'm gonna keep it there. But I'm gonna be working on some different rear diffuser, and I might do something else for the splitter, but I'm not sure. I might just keep it for the rest of the year, as long as I don't destroy it. I also got the stock seat back in for be nice and comfortable. Heated seats. I also did this. I also put the rear seats, and reason why I put the rear seats is because kind of cover it. You know, there's a lot of noise. The car is really loud, and without the back seats it's even louder. So this is to kill the noise just a little bit. I left this on with my harness kind of hanging, just this part, so I don't have to take it off. And that's pretty much it. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the car down and drive it through the neighborhood, make sure that the brakes are good, there's nothing wrong with the, oh, one more thing that I need to do. I'm gonna put my coilover softer, of course, because I'm not on the track. I'm gonna be daily driving it for a little bit, so I'm just gonna put it in softer settings. I have almost hard settings all around, so I'm gonna go put a little bit softer, and that's much it. Bring it down, torque the wheels, and take it for a tiny little bit of spin. Gotta say, it does feel a lot quieter with those seats back there. So car is running smooth, brakes are good. They're not as aggressive as my other ones, and it's like, it feels weird because I'm so used to my track pads. But suspension is actually really nice. It's not bumpy or, you know, stiff. It actually felt really smooth the way that I put the dampening, and that's pretty much it. It doesn't sound as loud, and it's pretty good. I kind of miss it, you know, being comfortable in the car. It feels comfortable. It's weird too because I'm like way higher, and I do like to drive higher than lower, and my racing seat is a little lower, and I wish it was a little bit higher, which I'm gonna try to do something so I can actually be higher. And that's it for today's video. If you got any question about my car, I know a lot of people do ask me questions, just leave me a comment below and I'll answer you as quick as possible. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and I see you on the next one.